Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 350, The Journey of Friendship, Upper Intermediate. Maggie and Claire had been best friends since their university days. They met during their first year, both studying literature, and quickly bonded over their shared love of books, poetry, and tea. Despite their different backgrounds, Maggie was from a small village in Yorkshire, while Claire hailed from bustling London. They found common ground in their passion for words. Years later, they found themselves living in different parts of the country, Maggie in the quaint town of Bath, and Claire in the ever-busy capital. Despite the distance, they made a pact to meet up twice a year, each taking turns to visit the other. These visits became cherished traditions, filled with laughter, deep conversations, and the occasional adventure. One summer, it was Claire's turn to visit Maggie in Bath. The city, with its Georgian architecture and historic charm, never failed to mesmerize her. This visit was special as they had planned a trip to the nearby countryside. Maggie had discovered a walking trail that promised stunning views of the rolling hills and picturesque landscapes that the region was famous for. The morning of the hike, the sky was a perfect shade of blue, with fluffy white clouds lazily drifting by. The air was fresh, carrying the faint scent of wildflowers. Maggie and Claire packed a small picnic, grabbed their walking boots, and set off for the trail. The path wound its way through fields of golden wheat, pastures dotted with grazing sheep, and small woodlands. They walked at a leisurely pace, chatting about their lives, sharing updates about their jobs, families, and the latest books they had read. It felt good to be in each other's company, the conversation flowing effortlessly as always. As they climbed a gentle hill, they reached a vantage point that offered a panoramic view of the valley below. They could see the patchwork of fields, hedgerows, and the distant silhouette of a small village nestled among the trees. It was a scene straight out of a postcard, and they took a moment to soak it all in. They found a cozy spot under an old oak tree, perfect for their picnic. Maggie laid out a blanket, and they unpacked their lunch. Sandwiches, fresh fruit, and of course, a thermos of tea. As they ate, they reminisced about their university days, the long nights spent studying and the countless hours in the campus cafe, discussing everything from literature to life. After lunch, they continued their walk, descending into a valley where a small stream flowed gently. The sound of water was soothing, and they followed its course for a while. The path then led them through a charming village, where they stopped at a local pub for a quick drink and a rest. The pub, with its low wooden beams and cosy atmosphere, felt like stepping back in time. As the day drew to a close, they made their way back to the starting point of their hike. The setting sun bathed the landscape in a warm, golden light, casting long shadows and adding to the magic of the day. They returned to Maggie's home, tired but happy, their hearts full of contentment from a day well spent. That evening, as they sat in Maggie's garden, sipping tea and watching the stars appear in the night sky, they reflected on their friendship. They talked about how much they valued these moments together and how, despite the miles between them, their bond remained as strong as ever. Maggie and Claire knew that life would continue to change, bringing new challenges and adventures. But they also knew that their friendship was a constant, a source of joy and support that they could always rely on. And as they planned their next meet-up, they were grateful for the journey they had shared and excited for the many more to come. Vocabulary notes. Bonded, meaning formed a close relationship or connection. Example, they met during their first year, both studying literature, and quickly bonded over their shared love of books, poetry, and tea. Similar words, connected, united, formed a relationship. Bustling, meaning full of activity, busy and lively. Example, despite their different backgrounds, Maggie was from a small village in Yorkshire, while Claire hailed from bustling London. Similar words, lively, busy, vibrant. Cherished, meaning held dear, valued highly. Example, these visits became cherished traditions, filled with laughter, deep conversations, and the occasional adventure. Similar words, treasured, valued, beloved. Mesmerize, meaning hold the attention of someone to the exclusion of all else or so as to transfix them. Example, the city, with its Georgian architecture and historic charm, never failed to mesmerize her. Similar words, captivate, enchant, fascinate. Panoramic, meaning with a wide view surrounding the observer. Sweeping. Example, as they climbed a gentle hill, they reached a vantage point that offered a panoramic view of the valley below. Similar words, wide, expansive, sweeping. Reminisce, meaning indulge in enjoyable recollection of past events. Example, as they ate, they reminisced about their university days, the long nights spent studying. Similar words, remember, recollect, look back. Soothe, meaning gently calm a person or their feelings. Example, the sound of the water was soothing, and they followed its course for a while. Similar words, calm, relax, pacify. Contentment, meaning a state of happiness and satisfaction. Example, they returned to Maggie's home, tired but happy, their hearts full of contentment from a day well spent. Similar words, satisfaction, happiness, fulfillment. Reflected, meaning thought deeply or carefully about. Example, they reflected on their friendship, talking about how much they value these moments together. Similar words, pondered, considered, contemplated. Constant, meaning a situation or state of affairs that does not change. Example, but they also knew that their friendship was a constant, a source of joy and support that they could always rely on. Similar words, unchanging, steady, stable. Story written by Copilot AI, images created by Designer AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.